Hey, I'm gonna give y'all, another story. Today I'm gonna go into some details about a little bit about communication, effective communication, how to give a compliment, how to receive a compliment, and really just how to go about, your day after. Okay, and whoa, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Brian, aka Humble Hampton. Some of y'all know me as B Ham. Today I'm gonna give y'all, another story. Today I'm gonna go into some details about a little bit about communication, effective communication, how to give a compliment, how to receive a compliment, and really just how to go about, your day after that happens. Because so I'm gonna tell you about a story that I ran into in the gym. And now let's just be clear. Obviously you can see me. I'm a young black male. Um, Sometimes I think instead of going with your first response, it's best to understand, seek to understand, and then also educate. Nevertheless, always be careful about how you approach people. Always be careful about um, your first impression. You don't know who you're talking to. You don't know these people from here or there, if you care. Some people don't care. They just want to be themselves. So I'm going to encourage you to always be yourself every time, but at your own cost, at your own risk. So now we're going to get into story time. We're going to get into a little story right now. So I wake up around, it's early too, maybe 6. Maybe no, 5:30, and I'm in the gym by like 6:15, and I'm working out. Sorry about my do-rag, my braids. It's time for them to come out. I'm looking messy, looking scruffy right now. So yeah, so I'm working out, right, Pete? And I'm noticing as I move. You ever been working out and you notice as you move, certain people move around with you? Yeah, so I was kind of going through that, and eventually I got to this one machine towards the end of my workout. I was hitting chest and tries, and I'm doing some dips, and then out of nowhere, dude walked, older white male, maybe about 10 years older than me, and he hits me with the, "Hey man, anybody ever tell you you look like Nipsey Hussle?" Him? Him up there on the him. This man right here. I look like him. So I ain't say nothing. I looked at him. I smiled, and then I waited for his next words. I wanted to know what was his next choice of words was going to be. And he goes, he's like, oh no, it's just because of the braids, because I got the 2 stitch braids going back, and shout out to Jessica, by the way. She did a damn good job. She made them look real nice. So it was maybe a couple of days after I had got my braids, and he's like, "Oh no, the braids look just like his." And I waited for the rest because I don't nothing else look like him. And I was just kind of, but I understood at that moment he didn't understand, but he stereotyped me. You know what I'm saying? Like oh, black guy, braids, Nipsey. It's like me, white guy, Tesla, Elon. Everybody ain't Elon though, right? But like I said, I didn't take it personal. I know he didn't like mean it that way. So in that moment, I had to just kind of smile. I say I appreciate it. I really kept walking. I said I appreciate it, and I kept walking. But now I say that story to explain this. I had a couple options I could have taken. after, you know, he said I look like Dempsey. Like I said, I ultimately took it as a compliment. So I'm gonna take it as a compliment. That's cool. But at the same time, I wanted to educate him and be like, hey man, you just happen to get lucky and come across a guy like me that's from Louisiana, and I'm cool about it. I know some people that, you know, is not going to be too cool about what you might be insinuating, you know, if you really might. It's like I said, it's all a communication thing, and there's layers that you have to get to before you. Like I said, if you're going to give me a compliment, or anybody, not just me, if you're going to give anybody a compliment, give it to them straight. Especially like if it's the same gender. And it really shouldn't matter, but you know, sometimes like guys be kind of too prideful to give another man a compliment, or a woman. Women, I find that women do it pretty easily. They do it all the time. They throw that shit around. But like men, sometimes if they do, like I had a guy give me a compliment. He's like, hey man, like I like your physique. He's like, but then like he was saying some other shit about me that he liked, and I was like, oh cool, appreciate it. And then at the end he hit me with it, but you could work on your chest though. Your chest could be bigger. I'm like, what? I'm like, so if you go give me a compliment, give me the whole thing, bro. I don't want to hear what you don't like, you know, because I ain't walking in here talking about some, bro, what's wrong with your feet? I'm just not. Like I said, I sometimes I like to kind of study people and understand why they do what they do, and they help me communicate with people a lot better. And then, so on another note, going back to the story, like I said, I had a couple options I could have taken. Like I said, I simply walked away. But I say that to say this, I wanted to put a video out like this because if there are any, and this goes for any race, not just black and white, I mean, any opposite of the race. Like if you don't understand something, or if you are truly fascinated by something, and you truly want to know more, be straightforward. Be straightforward, but be like genuine, sincere. And try your hardest to be considerate about the other person's background, rather than say, hey, you resemble this guy. And because for me, I took it kind of deep. I was like, well, why? Is it because you think we might, do I look like him, or do I look like we come from similar backgrounds, or, you know, first and foremost, I would just more so like to be, if I could do it all over again, I would like to be respected by simply saying, hey man, what's your name? I'm Brian. My name is Brian, Matt, or Justin, or Jake, or whatever his name was. You know what I'm saying? Then I would have been like, cool. Then he could have hit me with the Nipsey compliment, and I would have been like, okay, JT, or whatever to boost his ego up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it didn't go like that. And it happens pretty often, but I still say that to more so say, I understand, I overstand, so I didn't overreact. And something very valuable to take from all that is when you come into contact with people that you know are kind of, I won't say they're completely ignorant. Ignorance is bliss. Sometimes the energy, you could tell, like if they really just excited to be around you. Like I said, he approached me, so like if they're excited to be around you and their energy is high, boom, and kind of sometimes you there are certain parts that you have to, not have to, but I would say disregard, in the sense that knowing that he had good intentions, if that makes sense. So I know for a fact, like he wasn't like hateful. I didn't feel no hateful energy. I didn't feel any like spiteful energy, nothing about like revenge or anything. So I really felt more of a genuineness to it, and more than anything. But I know I was in the militaries, and I've got buddies that are from different parts of the world, so I understand there are like language barriers, communication barriers, being relatable. There's so many things that you have to get down when it comes to talking to any person. So, all in all, I appreciate you guys for listening to me on my story today. Hopefully what you took from this is to be a little bit more open-minded. So, you know, stay tuned in, like this video, subscribe, and hey, we'll hit you with another story time here soon. Peace.